going to watch the waiting room. So we might have some people jumping in while we are presenting, but we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to our 2021 Respect Campaigns webinar. We're super excited to have you with us today as we discuss all the great things we have going on and that we are ready to share with you. So just first and foremost, to introduce the team, my name is Jillian Hostany. I'm the Assistant Director of Youth Initiatives with Special Olympics Illinois. With me today, I have Melissa Garitano, the Director of Outreach in Region D. My supervisor, Jen Kelso, is on the call. She will be answering questions while she is with us. She's going to jump off for another engagement in a little while. And then Regina Parnell is the Unified Champion Schools consultant with East St. Louis School District, and she did assist us with this presentation. If she's on, she's going to jump in and help out. I'm not sure she's been able to jump on quite yet. But let's dive in. So what is a respect campaign? So for any of you that have been around, you kind of know what we're talking about. And I know we've got some new people on the call too. So a respect campaign is an opportunity to promote inclusion, unification, anti-bullying, social justice, and respect for all. We really drive home that, yes, we want disability awareness. Yes, we want people to understand that our Special Olympics athletes are able, but we also know that there's more than that going on in schools. And we really want schools to be able to utilize this for every aspect of anti-bullying, every aspect of students are unique, with or without disabilities. And this is a campaign that your whole school can engage in and learn from. What does a respect campaign look like? So in a typical year, we have a lot going on, and it's usually every school does it very different. One of my favorite components or aspects of a respect campaign is that it is so adaptable. No matter what school environment you have, no matter how many students you have in your school, you can do whatever it is that's going to work for your school, regardless of their age, ability, like I said, population. We have schools that do a one-day, during lunch only, quick presentation and banner signing. Excuse me. We have some schools that do an entire week filled with events and kind of blow the whole thing out of the water, and they go as far as to have community events and all these other things going on and something different every day. And then we also have schools that'll do one day a week for a month, and every day, that one day, they focus on unification, inclusion. They'll do a get into it curriculum, lesson plan, and some kind of fun activity or event that relates back to that inclusion message. So there really is no wrong way to host a respect campaign. It's what's going to work best for your school and your school population. Another really fun part about this campaign is it's creative. There's no cookie cutter way. Like I said, what do you want? What do you want to do? How do you want to express these thoughts and what you feel your school needs? And then what do your students want? The best respect campaigns I've seen have been student-led, which is going to lead into our next piece here. The student voices being heard, and this is what they feel the school needs, and the students are really driving home the message, and it's students teaching students, which we love. And we have seen that you get the best results. Students are going to listen to their peers sometimes more often than they're going to listen to the adults, and that varies from age ranges, but it really is a great way to utilize those student voices and make sure that they're being heard based on what your school population needs. They've got the pulse, right? Now, big reveal. Last year's theme was Rally for Respect. We still have shirts available. Shameless plug if you're interested. They are $15 for short sleeve, $18 for 3/4 sleeve. If you would like to buy a Rally for Respect shirt, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to send it your way. But this year's theme coming out today, the website launches. We are so excited to announce that it is You Can't Mask Respect. We cannot wait. Our youth activation committee worked really hard during boot camp to come up with this and voted on our logo and the exact verbiage and everything. The color will be royal blue and white. We're so excited to launch this. We feel it's got a lot of synergy with everything happening in the world right now. And it's a really cool way to promote respect and honestly honor the true message, because you can't mask it. Either you're respectful or you're not. And this is going to be, I'm stoked. So really, really excited. Really great creativity from our youth activation committee. They get so much credit for this. All right, how does this whole process work? We've got this great theme. We have these things called respect campaigns. What's next? How does this work? So every Unified Champion school gets, if you are an active Unified Champion school, you get a $200 coupon code. You will get that today before, probably around 5 o'clock, an email from me with your coupon code, as well as the recording, the slides for this presentation, and whether or not you currently have a, your school currently has a commitment letter on file. So you see on the slide here, have you committed your commitment letter for 2020-21? If not, unfortunately, if you do not commit that by, or submit that by the time you place your order, or by the time we close orders, we will charge you your $200. Your coupon code will be invalid. But if you have it completed, you get $200 of free stuff. And as you can see, Oprah here is telling everybody that you get a code. Everybody gets a code. We really, really love this opportunity, and we love being able to give you guys the materials necessary to make these great events happen for your students. When you get the slides, you can see that the link is right here for you. It will also be in the email. What can I get with my $200? I'm so glad you asked. That's a great question. There's some really cool things we've got going on. So your coupon code, because it's a portion of our federal grant, there are some limitations. You get up to 5 short sleeve t-shirts only. Any other trinket items you'd like, there is no tax because we are a nonprofit organization, and we also cover the cost of shipping for you. So all of your items up to $200, completely free for you. There's a couple things you cannot get. Again, part of the funding that we use towards these respect campaigns is federally funded. So there has to be a limit on t-shirts, unfortunately. So you cannot get any long sleeve t-shirts or sweatshirts. And there is no more than 5 short sleeve t-shirts in your order. So if for some reason your code goes through and you have those items in your order, we will contact you. We'll tell you that, you know, this is not allowed, unfortunately. Would you like us to remove that item from your order, or would you like to be billed? So just so you know, that is an option. We don't love that option, but it might go, the coupon code might go through if you don't follow these guidelines. You will just be followed up with after the fact. But it is a really big deal. It's free stuff. And when we go through further the presentation, I will show you all the different trinkets we have coming out, which we're super excited about too. Now, we know schools love our shirts. We love our shirts. We want everyone to wear our shirts, and teachers love our shirts. So what happens if I need more than 5 shirts? What do I do? It's another great question. We get it all the time. You can order more than $200 worth of materials and pay the difference with a credit card through the website. That is our #1 option for you. We highly recommend doing that to ensure that you get exactly what you want in the size you want when you want it. When ordering more than 5 shirts, long sleeve shirts, or sweatshirts, your order will have to be more than $200, or you'll be invoiced for the amount that cannot be used with the coupon code, as I explained previously. So what are the other items? I'm so excited to share with you. We have some really, really cool stuff this year. We are doing, per usual, our drawstring backpack and our water bottle. We have stickers, lanyards, wristbands. We have our short sleeve shirts, and we're also doing the long sleeve hooded shirts that we know are also a fan favorite. But new this year, we have a hand sanitizer keychain, because who doesn't have hand sanitizer on them all the time right now? I've got mine sitting right here on my desk. But I'm super excited for this little case for mine that can be a keychain right there on my stuff. We have face masks, which I believe that might be what they look like. They might be a little bit different, but we're super excited about it anyway. The phone stand wallet, which we had requested by a lot of our youth activation committee this year. It's a phone, it's a wallet, it's got a phone stand, and it has a cleaning wipe for your phone. Super excited. Also brand new this year, we have hooded sweatshirts, which we have not offered in the past. One thing to note, the hooded sweatshirts and the long sleeve t-shirts, we will have a minimum quality, or not quality, sorry, they will be top quality, minimum quantity in our office after the date, after the closing date of the store. So if you want either of those, I highly recommend you order them through the online store. Finally, instead of banners this year, we will have postcards with our inclusion pledge, and we will be creating a virtual Zoom background for students to utilize during respect campaigns. That is free of charge. We will email it out to everybody so you have access to it, but we're really excited about these great items. Our youth activation committee has come up with some great ideas with all of them. And again, all the credit goes to them and their creativity for knowing what they want and what their peers would want. All right, all that sounds great. How do I use these? We're in a virtual world, so how do we make it happen? We're distance learning. Some of the typical events like a Pack the Place, as you can see on here, may not be viable. So in a normal world, these are some things that we would do. Daily respect announcements, inclusion lessons, a miracle minute, which is when every student in your school collects change for a week, and then they bring it all in, and at, let's say, 9 a.m., they all run to dump their change into a jug in their classroom. And then leaders go through your school and they pick up all the jugs and count up all the change. How much money did we raise in a minute? Really, really fun activity. And then a postcard signing, which would be comparable to like a banner signing. If you wanted to do a full week, a lot of schools do spirit weeks, awareness weeks, and then Change for Champions is the collection of change throughout the week as opposed to all in 1 minute. Events, a Pack the Place. Some schools might not be able to do Pack the Place right now, given current situations. So can we do a virtual Pack the Place? Is there other events that we can do to make it more distanced, but still safe for everybody to attend? Assemblies are the same way, and then community respect events. And in a little while, we're gonna have Laura Baumgardner from Pontiac High School talk about some of the events that they have done in the past before COVID and some of the plans that they might have going into a virtual or distance learning experience. As you can see here, we have a couple virtual ideas. So Zoom trivia events. We've got, I know Special Olympics has some, we have done trivia before and have been looking into some different things with that. Could be a really fun way to get some families involved and also get all the kids engaged. Inclusion lesson plans, respect videos created by the students through Zoom, could also be a competition of some sort. And then also, if you're still doing daily announcements, some sort of daily respect announcement. This year in our virtual world, there was a great suggestion by Regina Parnell to include some respect outings or time for parents and teachers. How can we focus on teachers kind of taking care of themselves and respecting themselves while also taking care of everyone else? We know that you guys do literally everything you can for everyone in your lives, and you're so empathetic and so sympathetic and so compassionate. We want to help you create time for you. And so a great way to do that for your other teachers within your school, and we can help, self-care social hours, family events, little family gatherings, or time to get the whole family together. And then newsletters and updates to keep everyone posted, and maybe put little tips and tricks on how to respect yourself, respect others, and what the meaning of a respect campaign is for the families. All right. I love respect campaigns, as you can tell, because I'm sitting here, I've talked about it for about 15 minutes so far. One of my favorite parts of respect campaigns is the fact that schools can utilize our outreach opportunities, so additional funding, to really, really smoke out all their respect campaigns, to really make it as big as possible, to jazz it up and make sure everybody in their school is touched through this campaign, whether it be they got a trinket, they signed a pledge, they attended an event, they were affected. They saw that it was happening. They knew it was happening. So an outreach opportunity is an application to receive additional funding to promote inclusion and unification within your school. This funding comes directly out of our federal grant. This year, we've earmarked between $60,000 and $75,000 to go back into our schools. So apply, and apply today. The applications can request up to $1,500 in funding. It is literally, you can apply for anything that will bring unification to your school. If you want to start an art club, if you want to start a unified art club, excuse me, if you want to start unified basketball and you need equipment, you need uniforms, you want to really blow out your respect campaign and want more money to do that, we have coupon codes for that. We have that available to you. Not every outreach opportunity application is approved. We have a committee that meets and they decide the process. They decide, what's going to be approved, what's not, things like that. But we always highly recommend that you apply and you put yourself out there to receive the funding, because you won't get it if you don't ask. Applications can be completed not only by teachers and administration, but by students with or without disabilities. We try to keep it as simple as possible, while still, being able to lay out everything that we need to know our committee needs to know in order to approve the funding. Outreach opportunities are a great way to get additional funding for respect materials. Many schools apply for more funding to really drive home the message. This is done through giveaways, contests, events. So a lot of schools say, we want to host an event and we want prizes for this contest within this event, or giveaways for the students. So in our heads, the respect materials are a perfect giveaway for that event because they're easy, they're available, and they drive home your respect message throughout your school. So just putting it out there for everybody. If you would like to apply for a respect campaign additional funding, please do. I will make sure that if the link isn't in here on another slide, that it is in here for you to apply before I send the slides to you. It's a really great way to get additional funding on top of your $200. There it is, right there for you. To apply for an outreach opportunity, you need a plan of how you want to use the money. Kind of an outline of what your goals are related to unification and inclusion that can be reached through your plan, and an itemized list of how the funding will be spent. So if you want $300 of respect materials for your respect week, have an idea of what materials you want. You may not know the exact prices of them, but know that you kind of have an outline of what you want to give, what you want to be able to utilize for your students, and just kind of lay it all out. And the link is right here for you to apply. When I send the slides out, you'll be able to access that. Now, I'm going to quickly go through some frequently asked questions because these are the questions we get almost every year. Can I place a respect order through the UCS team instead of the website? This year, because of the limited quality of shirts we're going to have in stock in-house, we highly recommend purchasing through the website. We highly recommend purchasing large orders altogether. We're lowering the amount we have in stock, and we will not, like I said before, we will not carry the long sleeve and the hoodies. So if you know that your colleagues and your staff within your school all typically purchase, or you purchase a bulk order of these, please, please, please purchase through the website, because we may not have what you're looking for after the website closes. What if my order is under $200? Can I use the coupon again? Each school only gets one use of the coupon. If you were to go through and place the order, or if a second person at your school were to go through and place the order with the same code, you would be charged that $200, or you would be given the option to cancel that second order. We cannot let schools use that code again. Again, that goes back to the restrictions because of the federal funding and just the way that it all is laid out. Can I send the website out to each teacher to place their own t-shirt order? We ask that orders be placed in bulk to keep shipping costs low. We're able to keep the cost of each individual item low because we don't have that happen very often. The more often that this happens over the years where we're sending it out to every teacher to place their own order, we're not charging shipping on those individual orders. So when that happens, then the next year our prices will have to go up to cover that cost of shipping. We don't want to do that. We want to keep our keychains at $3 and everything super low for you. So we ask that you please try to get it all in one bulk order to make it easier on the shipping costs so we can continue to keep low prices for everybody. Why are there no banners this year? In a virtual, hybrid, and distance learning world, we felt it best to promote our pledge through individual postcards instead of a banner. We know banner signing is a huge deal, and some schools have done it for almost 10 years, and they keep all their banners, and we are sad to not have that as an option this year. But in the effort to keep people socially distanced and not have, 15 kids wrapped around a table at one time, we felt it best just to go through the postcard process this year. And we're hoping to be able to bring back our big banners next year. How do I know if I'm doing this right? We're here. You call us, you let us know, you ask questions. We're here to help. There really is no wrong answer, but we're here to collaborate with you, share ideas, talk things out, brainstorm, workshop, whatever you want. Feel free to contact us. And by us, I mean myself, Melissa Garitano, Regina Parnell, Jen Kelso. We have office hours every Thursday at 10 a.m. If you haven't gotten that link. I know that it's in the newsletter every month, but we can also send that to you again if you're interested. I love chatting respect campaigns. So if you want to chat about it and brainstorm, I'm happy to do it. Just give me a call. And I know my colleagues love it too. So we're here. We're here to help. How are other people planning on hosting this year? So my pal Laura is gonna unmute herself here and be able to talk a little bit about what she's done in the past and what she's hoping to do this year. Laura?
Hi, everybody. Thanks, Jillian, for asking me to talk about one of my most favorite things to talk about, which is the respect campaigns. Pontiac High School, that's where I teach, is at Pontiac High School. We have been very involved in Unified Champion Schools for many, many years. We're a national banner school, very, very proud of that. And a big part of it is our respect campaign that we do every year. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to talk about some of the things that we've done in the past and how we're brainstorming, how we're going to change that and modify it for this new year and with what we're dealing with now, with everything being hybrid and virtual in this new virtual world we're in. So we just got done celebrating Unity Day. That's always the third Wednesday in October. The color's orange, and it's an anti-bullying day. What we've always done in the past is we've served ice cream, free ice cream to the entire student body, and we always get really fun flavors. Well, this year we couldn't do that, but we still wanted to make sure we had an impact, and we reminded everybody about Unity Day. So we had tons of posters up around the school, and we had our cafeteria ladies purchase individual ice cream cups in just not as many flavors, but just the flavors that we had. And then I also got Unity Day anti-bullying bookmarks. So we had those, and they put those on the tray when the kids got their free ice cream when they went through for lunch. So that's another thing, bookmarks, and that's something that could be done during Respect Week. You could take that same idea and you could have a bunch of bookmarks either made or, you could print them off on the computer on cardstock and cut them. And then you could have those in the cafeteria. And as kids go through, that'd be another way for them to be reminded about respect. We also do a big tour of schools. My students love the tour of schools. My peers and my Special Olympic athletes, we all go out to all the grade schools for a poster contest. And we've been doing that for 8 years. We talk about the respect theme, the theme of whatever the year is, and then we ask the kids to make posters, all the grade schoolers, and then we give out prizes. Well, we realize that we're not going to be able to do that the same way this year. So we are going to video a presentation that we are going to then send out to all of the grade schools. And then each teacher can share that within his or her class. And then instead of posters, because normally we get about 800 posters, we can't have that with COVID. So we're going to ask the children to design and make their own poster and take a picture of it. And then their teachers can upload that to us, and then we can send it out. I think it's going to be kind of cool, because then I can take all those posters. We can narrow it down to some of the top ones, and then we can send it out to our whole student body for them to vote on the best poster out of all of them. So I thought that's kind of a cool way. It's all virtual, yet we'll still be able to make that impact, because I think that's so important to talk to the grade school kids. Another thing we do is we have our big respect assembly. We always do a video. So we're just going to have to do a virtual video this year. We're not going to be able to have the assembly, but we do think, I really do like your virtual, the postcard banner signing. And I was thinking about that because I love my banners. I'm a big collector. I have lots of stuff. I collect all my respect stuff. And I was thinking we could take all of those, the signed postcards, and people could take pictures of their postcard or them with it. And we can make our own posters with that and our own banners, get them laminated, and then we can put those up. So that's another way. So we'll still have a banner. It'll just be done in a different way. We do every year, we go to city council and to the county board, and we talk, we ask them to publicly declare Respect Week. So we'll do that again this year, but we'll do it virtually. We also do school-wide lessons. That's another really big thing we've been doing for the past 8 years. And we have lessons that we give out to all the different departments, and then they teach those lessons. And it is about respect, unity, and Special Olympics. And like Jillian said, our school, we really do focus more than just respect for people with disabilities. I think that's embedded in all of it because they know it's coming from the Peers in Action group and from our Special Olympic athletes. So they know that that's at the forefront. But we talk about gender, race, any type of inequality that anybody can feel, how they can feel left out, and how we want everybody to be included. So we really make that a big thing. So in our school-wide lessons, we do that too. So we'll continue. I think that's probably going to be the easiest of all of them. We also do a community day. We've done that for the past 8 years. We do it at a local restaurant. We do it at our Dairy Queen, and we always have a banner signing, and they get free ice cream. So I think what we're going to do with that is we are going to kind of do that whole postcard or bookmark idea, and then that's going to be put inside any drive-through orders, so that or like stuck on the outside, whatever, so that that message is still out there for them. Then another we always do during that Respect Week, we have like color disability awareness days. We do blue and yellow for Down syndrome awareness. We can still do that and have kids, hashtag pictures for us. But I also thought it'd be fun to do like a crazy hair day, crazy socks day, because if a lot of kids are at home, that might be fun for them to add some of that into it. I think someone else talked about in one of our meetings about doing a door decorating contest. And I think a respect, a unity door decorating and window contest. And I think we're going to put that out to the community to see if we can get businesses and people from all over to decorate a door or a window for respect. So that's something new we're going to add this year to try to get people. We always do a photo booth too. That's another thing and that's always been a really big deal. So I've been brainstorming that one. And normally we take all the photo booth pictures, we print them off, and then we put them all over our commons for everybody to see, which is where our kids eat. It's kind of like our cafeteria. I was looking though, but there are virtual photo booths. I think you have to pay for it, but maybe there's a way to do it without paying for it. But I like that idea of a virtual photo booth with our message, and then we can blast that all over social media. Another idea that we had today is to try to involve our community, we are going to have posters, right, Jillian? Are we going to have posters? Okay, good. I was thinking it'd be fun to put like a QR code on the different posters that connects then to our school and our respect message, and then have those up, some of them in the school, but also just up in windows in the community. And then people in the community, we can get that out on social media, and then they can go around and they can do the QR code and find out more information about Special Olympics and respect. But also maybe we can throw out some prizes too, that they can like email us their address and we can send them something, or I don't know, something like that. But that was just, I'm not 100% sure how that's going to work out, but I was thinking that would be fun. And then one last thing, we always do, two last things. We always do three last things. Okay, we always do a virtual, or we always do a fish for respect at the end of the year. I am hoping that maybe by May we'll still get to do a fish for respect. I'm hoping. And we do a run for respect every year. It's our big 5K, and we also do it virtually. We'll continue this year. I haven't told the kids yet that that's probably going to be virtual, but yeah, that's it. So it'll probably be virtual. And then one last thing is, I loved the clings last year that we had at Summit on the floor, and we had like different respect things. Well, can't we do that, but put like the 6, because we have those clings everywhere now, like where we have to stand in the 6 feet distance. Can't we just put some respect stuff in that too? And you can't mask respect. Remember to stay 6 feet apart. And then that's just another one of those little embedded messages about respect. So in a nutshell, those are Pontiac High School's ideas. And Jillian, thank you so much for asking me to share, because I love talking about Special Olympics.
Thank you, Laura, for sharing. You guys have some great ideas. I'm really excited to see it all come into reality. It's going to be so much fun. We want to take a couple minutes, and whether you want to put it in the chat, there's a couple things already there, or if you want to unmute yourself and share what some of your ideas are going into a virtual respect campaign, please, by all means, we would love to hear from you. I know a couple people chimed in with, Kathy said, could we use Flipgrid? Definitely an option. Anne Marie had mentioned you could also use Padlet for kids to post and then screenshot it and share it to like a school social media page, something along those lines. Does anybody else have anything they want to add? Any ideas they might have going into this, or questions maybe about, we normally do this, but how could we switch it to virtual or distanced? All right, awesome. If you guys have anything, please, by all means, unmute yourself, toss it in the chat, email us later. We're here for you. If there's any questions, we're here. We're happy to help. I do have a couple of reminders for you before we log off today. Our virtual youth activation summit registration is open. We are running a virtual youth activation summit on December 4th. It will be for middle school and high schools. The registration closes November 15th, so make sure you get that registration in. The Google form is right here to register. You can bring up to 30 people. So we ask that and that includes teachers. It is an in-school or at-home field trip. It includes all of your teachers. So we ask that you get as close to a 1-to-1 ratio as you can. But it is up to 30 is our max out for each school. One note right here from Joan, our district is going to do a respect week where their kids wear jerseys one day, crazy socks, crazy hair each day. So they're going to be doing a spirit week. That sounds awesome. Always some great pictures from spirit weeks. So that's always a fun one.
Jillian, I would just add in for everyone that for the virtual summit that we're planning on sending equipment so that that's why we need that registration deadline to be November 15th so that we can make sure that each school has the equipment that they need, because we're sending a kit of equipment for each individual kid. So whether you're doing your in-person at school, your field trip at school all together in one classroom, or they're at home individually, everyone will have what they need to be able to participate.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jen. Thank you for that reminder. Yeah, so that deadline is pretty hard. And we are really excited to be able to send you guys some gear to distribute to your students beforehand, if it's at home, or to have in day of for that. One thing I will also mention, middle school summit will run from 9 a.m. to about 1 p.m. and the high school summit will run from 9 a.m. to about, I think, Jen, we said 2 p.m. Yep, 2 p.m. So there is a little bit of a difference there, but it's going to be really, really great regardless. Next note we have on here, there is no webinar Wednesday in November. We are very sad to see that happen, but given the dates that we normally run our webinars, we have Veterans Day and Thanksgiving. So with those 2 dates and schools not being in session, things like that, we thought it would be best to maybe give you all a break from seeing our lovely faces for a month. So you come back refreshed on December 9th to see our lovely faces again, along with Special Olympics North America staff who will be hosting our webinar in December, which we are so excited to have them talking about social emotional learning in a distanced environment or a virtual world. That is December 9th at 3:15 p.m. The registration link is in the slides. And as I mentioned, I'll be sending these slides to you to make all these links available. We're very honored and excited. They're only hosting this for Special Olympics Illinois and our teachers. There might be a couple teachers from out of state, but they're really zoning in on Illinois. And so we want to get as many of you there as possible to really be able to engage with them. It's a huge honor to have them coming out to help us and to work with us. If there's not any last minute questions, you're more than welcome to unmute yourself and ask any questions you need. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. We cannot wait to see all that you come up with our wonderful theme of You Can't Mask Respect. And we look forward to hearing from you all. Thank you for your time, and we're here for questions.
Thank you. One random thing I was totally surprised it went okay is we did an all school assembly. It was just we did 7th grade one day, 8th grade the next, different times of the day. And actually it went really well. So I'm hoping we can do something with our Respect Week virtually that way.
Oh, that sounds awesome. I'm really glad that worked out.
So, but thank you guys.
Thank you.